Hi everyone. Today we are going to learn about joins. So what is joins? Join in the sense like this clause is used to combine rows from two or more tables. So for example, you have a table here. This is called order table. Okay, you have another table here. This is called customers table. Okay. Now you want to pull in some of the information from this table and then some of this information from this table. How can we do that? Okay, so let's say that for example, you want to like take customer ID, okay, from the order table, and then you want let's say, okay, let me go to the example straight. Okay, so here it says that select, okay, you want to select order ID from orders table. So here if you see this statement, you can see that order ID. So what is the meaning? You are selecting order ID from orders table, and then customer name from customers table, and then order date from orders table. So you're taking the order ID, and then you're taking the customer name from this table, and then order date. For example, order date comes here. Okay, so you're just combining these two information. Okay, from what table? From first we are going to like search this table, right? So from order table. Okay, and then you say inner join customers table. So whenever you're joining tables, right, you need to make sure that like from what table to what table we are joining. So for example, here if you say first we made sure that we put select statement, and then we are just putting that from what table what information we need. For example, order ID from orders table, customer name from customers table, order date from orders table. Okay, we want all these three information from both the tables. So you need to join two tables, right? So you just put here from, what is the first table name? From orders table. Okay, and then you say inner join customers table. So you're joining these two. Okay, from this table, inner join customers table. Okay, inner join customers table. On what condition? On condition that customer ID from orders table is equal to customer ID from customers table. So you're putting a condition here. After on, there is a condition here. What's the condition? The customer ID from this table and this table should be the same. Okay, for example, you see here customer ID is 2, right? And so what the system has to do is the system has to search for this customer ID and then go to this table and find out that this customer ID is again 2 and have to match it and pull only those records. That's the instruction you're giving to the system. Okay, so after on you'll be having condition. On what condition we are going to join the table? Okay, on customer ID from orders table is equal to customer ID from customers table. So what are we saying? That we are saying that what is common between these two tables is customer ID, right? Nothing is common, only the customer ID is common. So we are just joining on that one common condition. So let's try this and see what are the results. So I will explain the statement again. You are selecting order ID from orders table, customer name from customers table, order date from orders table, from orders table, and you are doing inner join. Okay, inner join means you're combining, and then from the second table is customers table. After on, you have to put what condition. On condition is customer ID should be equal. Okay, customer ID from this table must be equal to customer ID from customers table. Okay, let's run this. If you run this, you can see here it's going to pull the records where customer ID is equal. Okay, so we just from here we put like we want only order ID, customer name, and order date. So only these three is popping up here. And then we also made sure the customer ID should match. So for example, you can see here there is orders table, there is customer name, customers table is there. So we are just joining these two tables, right? So it will the system will make sure that we are just pulling the details of that particular customer. For example, this Wilman's order ID is 1024, and when did he order? What's the date? So it's combining these two information from two different tables. and we just run this. So you may ask, like, why should we combine like multiple tables? Because in reality, when you are working in a project, right, all the information of a particular customer will not be available in one table. So in a database, we'll have multiple tables. So we'll be in a situation we have to combine different tables and get the end results. For example, as a business analyst, the business owner is asking you, can I have customer details or customer names who have ordered from last month, okay, last 1 month from, I need customers information who are ordered, okay, for a particular product or something. So they give you very specific scenarios. In that, you need to know, first of all, in what table what information is there, okay, that you need to know. And then you need to know the technique of how to join two tables and pull that extract. So why are we doing this? When the developer is developing or tester is testing, right, they may ask you to give some test data. So you need to join these tables and give them the report, like, can you use all these customer names for testing, or can you use all this order IDs for testing? So mostly you're using this SQL, this clause because you're joining multiple tables. Why are we joining multiple tables? Because the information will not be there in one table. In reality, the database will have thousands of tables, and you may need to know for your project what information is there in what table, and you need to know the basics of how to join two tables or more tables and get the results. So this is a very common, very, very important interview question. They'll be asking you, do you know joins? How to use joins? What are different types of joins? You can see here, there's something called inner join, left join, right outer join, and full outer join. So inner join means only the common records will come. For example, I said, right, so when we put a condition after on, we put a condition that customer ID. So it needs to match, both the customer ID should match. Only that record will come up. Okay, inner join means it should have matching values in both the tables. If there is no matching value, it will not come. For example, there is a customer in customer's table, but he has not placed any order in the order table, and there is no record of him in the order table, then that record will not pop up. So we need to, when we write after on condition, right, whatever condition we are writing here, right, that should be available in both the tables. That's the meaning of inner join. So the values, you should have matching values in both the tables. Okay, so there is exercise here. You can go to this page and try. So basically in the interview, if they ask what is join, you can say that joins are used to combine two tables for extracting the data from two different tables, or even more tables, 3 tables you can go. So, but for beginners, we'll start with 2 tables, and you can say that you have to give an example. Okay, what are the different type of joins? Inner join, left outer join, right outer join, full outer join. And what is inner join? Inner join means when you use the word inner join, the system is going to give us only the data if they have matching values in both the tables. Okay. So the next one, let's learn inner join in detail. So for example, here, so this is the syntax. Okay, first is column name you put from table 1, inner join table 2 on what's the condition. Okay, so for example, here is orders table, and then here is customers table, and then you're writing here, as we said here, we are getting order ID from orders table, customer name from customers table. We are joining order table and customers table. On what is the condition? On condition customer ID is equals to customer ID in both the tables. Okay, you can try this. Suppose if you want to join 3 tables, then what do we do? If you want to join 3 tables, you have to put like whatever you want to select. Okay, order ID from orders table, customer ID from customers table, shipper's name from shipper's table, and then you put from whatever is the very first table, and then you put like inner join. You need to like combine on, like, for example, these 2 tables, right? What is a common condition? And then, like, for example, next 2 table, right? What is a common condition? So you're joining orders table. Okay, you're joining this one with customers table. On what is the condition? Condition is customer ID. And again, you're joining orders table with shippers table. And what's the condition? The condition is shippers ID. So you're doing like 2 inner joins. So 1 inner join with orders with customers table. Another joining is orders with shippers table. Okay, and then you combine that and it's going to pull the results. For example, when you try this, if you see here, you can see that it's going to give you it's going to give you results from 3 different tables. One is order table, customer table, and shippers table. So that's how you join 3 different tables. Okay, this is not, so I would recommend you to like practice. Without practice, this could be very difficult just if you learn only the theory. So go to this page and then start combining 2 to 3 tables, and then once you start doing that, you can become very good in this. So joins are very, very important. So you should have matching values between 2 tables. That is what is the criteria. Left join means, so left join means so it will pull all the records from, so we can see here, okay, it will pull all the records from the left table and only the matching records from right table. In the interview, definitely they'll ask you what is left join. Left join, if you say that when we're combining two tables, you say that left join means it will return all the records from the left table, but it will return only the matching records from the right table. Okay, let's see. For example, here is a customer table, and then here you have order table. When you join that by left join, okay, for example, you need customer name from customer table and order ID from order table. You just combine 2 to 3 tables. First is customer, and then you're left joining order, right? So what is the left table here? Okay, so it will return, the left table is customer table, right? It will return all the records from customer table and only matching records from orders table. Okay, on what condition? On condition customer ID should be equal. Okay, let's try this. Okay, so what it does is it returns all the records from the customer's table and only matching records. So for example, here if you see null, it shows null means it is returning for this customer name. There is no like order ID. So instead of giving us a value, it is giving us null, right? So difference between left join and inner join. Inner join means both the tables should have matching values, whereas left join means left table, it will return all the records from the left table and it will return only the matching records from the right table. Okay, you can see this diagram. This is pretty much easy. So when you're combining 2 tables, right, for example, table 1 and table 2, it will return all the records from table 1 and only the matching records from table 2. Okay, right join, same thing, but it's going to return all the records from right table and only the matching records from left table. So for example, table 1 and table 2, it will return all the records from table 2 and only matching records from table 1. So in the interview, you may get confused. Okay, you need to like start having hints. Okay, right means right join. Okay, right join means right means table 2. Keep this picture in memory. Right join means right side. Okay, that is table 2. So all the records from table 2 and only matching records from table 1. So but the syntax will be the same. Okay, just instead of left join, you have to put right join. That's all. So we are combining these 2 tables, and if you see here, you can see that instead of left join, you are just putting right join, and then if you run the query, you can see that it will return all the records from employees table, like for example, first name and last name, and now left table is orders, right? So it will be only if there is a value, it will pop up, otherwise it will be null. Okay, you can see here it is null. So only matching values in the left table. Okay, so then next is full join. Full join means it will even though if it doesn't have like, it will like return all the records. Okay, from table 1 and table 2, all the records will be there, all the results, whatever is there in table 1, whatever there is in table 2, everything it will give in results. So for example, there are 2 tables here, customers table and orders table. So what you do is when you put like full outer join, it will show all the results. For example, even the customer name is not there, it will put null and it will show. Even if order ID is not there, it will put null and it will show the customer's name. It will be like throwing all the data from both the tables. but we won't be using outer join because it can give you raw results. So usually we'll be using left join, right join, and inner join. Okay, what is self join? Self join is nothing but you are just joining with the inner table. Okay, so this one table, you're joining with that same table. For example, customer you can see here customer name. Okay, and then from customer name, so here if you put as means you're just renaming. Okay, so there is a table, customer table, and then you consider this as table A. Okay, there is the same table, you're just imagining that there is it's table B. So the same table you will give two names, one is A table and B table. Okay, so for example, you're just combining customer name from A and then customer okay, I think for self join I can give you a different example in the next video, because this could be a little confusing. The only time where we will be using self join is where you have to like take only a certain data from inside the table only. Okay, so why is a table is joining with itself? Okay, for example, you have here a manager's name, or like for example you have only customer name. Let's assume that you have only customer ID and customer name. Okay, and then for example let's assume that this is your employee ID. Okay, employee ID, and this is your employer name. Okay, just assume. Okay, instead of customer, assume it as this as employer ID and this is as employer name. Okay, now when you're going to self join this, what will happen is, now I'm going to say that number 2 is the manager of number 1. Okay, now we can say that Anna is the manager of Afrids. Okay, when I combine like that, what is the meaning? Just if you give like customer ID, when for that you need to join the same table with itself to understand that, because here the name is given, but you whether know who's reporting to who, right? It's just the name is given. Okay, but when you want to combine this with this table itself, we can say that okay, number 2 is Anna. Okay, and then number 2 is reporting to number 1. What is number 1? It is Alfred's. So in certain conditions where you don't have the name, or you're just like identifying with only the employee ID, or you are using the same information within the table and like getting different results, for that you can do self join. For this I will like give you another example, because this example is confusing. I will get a manager example that will be pretty much easy for you to understand. So, but what does self join means? This table will be combined with the same table. Okay, the same table you will combine. Okay, and we are not using any different table. You're just combining table within table. Okay, the table is joined within itself. Okay, what is union operator? So union operator is like nothing but, union operator is used to combine the result set of 2 or more select statements. Okay, so for example, you are selecting column name from table 1, and then you are putting union, select a column name from. So when you put like, for example, like when you put union, it will be throwing you only like unique values. Okay, so that's the that is the purpose of union. So it will not be duplicating values. For example, here we are selecting city from customers table, and then we are putting union, select city from suppliers table. Okay, let's try this. If you try this, you can say that it's going to select city from 2 tables. Okay, from customer table and from suppliers table. And what it will do is, it will be showing you only the unique values. Okay, if there is any duplicates, it will not show. If you see that, right, nothing will be getting repeated. Unique will be there. Okay, that's the purpose of union. You combine it, and then it will be giving only like distinct values. Okay, but if you want duplicate values, then you will be using union all. Okay, so if you want all the duplicate values in both the tables, then you will be using union all. Okay, and then when you can have that union with where condition. So for example, you are selecting city and country from customers table, and you're putting a specific condition here, country equal to Germany. And then again you're putting that you're selecting city and country from suppliers table where country equal to Germany. So it will be like selecting Germany, and only from Germany it will be selecting all the city value. Again from here, from suppliers table, it will be selecting only Germany, and it will be like giving all the cities from Germany. Now when we combine these two, right, it will be throwing only unique values. But if you want with where condition, if you want duplicate values, then you can use union all. Okay, so what's the difference between union and union all? When you want to combine two tables and you want only like very unique or distinct values, then you use union. But if you want duplicate values, then you use union all. Okay, that is union and union all. So today we learned about joins. So joins are nothing but it's used to combine two tables, and there are different types of joins. So you have inner join, left join, right join, and full outer join. Please memorize these joins, because in interview they may be like randomly asking you, and you may be confused between like what is left join, what is right join. In that tension, you might like give you wrong examples to them. So like have some keywords or memorize this diagram, and then like remember correctly what is left join, what is right join, and then like have learn few examples, practice, and then by practice you will definitely understand. I hope this session is useful. Thank you for watching.